Yo, what is up guys? So guys, another day so far. So, back for more open lobbies. Around 3 races on this for today's video. So in today's video is all about ANL. My second half of the season and of course the end of the season as well. In Season 4 in ANL. So I did do the first half of the season. That was about 2 months ago, I think it was. About a while back. So I put a link in the description so you can check it out, the first half of the season, so if you haven't seen it yet. And of course the season of Season 4 in the playlist, you can check it out on there anytime you want. So actually it's your wish, actually cool. So yeah, so this is similar to the first half of the season. So this is kind of the second half and the end of the season, so together. So there's no point doing 3 parts, so I thought I'd do all it together as the second and the end of the season. So far. So yeah, so this began at France after the week break. The sprint race was good. The first sprint race of the season was really good. I managed to get a really good result. I'm actually really pleased with that. And then the race was a bit a weird one because I had a spin on the first snap, dropped like 14 places or something, and then I managed to get a comeback to get into the top 5. Well, if it wasn't for the 3-second penalty, I would have been top 3. Maybe, if it wasn't for that. And then I got reported for on the one of the person at turn 2, I think it was, where he was pushing, and then I was trying to be patient a little bit. And then it looks when I watched it back on the report, it looks similar as it was in Spain. Well, when I watched it back the first time. And I decided not to argue because I thought it would be a racing incident, on my point of view. I thought I don't need to worry about saying anything about it. And it turns out I got a 5-second penalty for that. So that chopped me out of the top 5, top 10 into the points after a really good comeback after that spin I had on that one. It feels a bit harsh. It feels like they're kind of a bit harsh for me on that penalty or incident. It looks a bit similar like Spain, but not in the rain. But I don't get it though, that's the problem. I was a little bit annoyed about it because if it wasn't for that spin, I would have been top 3 for sure, or even had a chance for a win if I was lucky in that or not. Well, that's what it is really. So I was kind of a little bit annoyed, but at the same, when I saw that, it was a bit. Feels like I managed to do a really good comeback, and then I didn't get top 5 into the points, so it's a bit annoying really. So I found it annoying after that. As we move on to Silverstone, yeah, it didn't go that well. Well, you saw that on the video. I got DNF at Silverstone. Decided to start on mediums. I thought I'd go something a little bit different. And then on that 2, I think the head made a mistake, and then that let Thomas in the Mercedes slow down on the exit. I had a really good exit on the inside, trying to get ahead of him before turn 8, and then we both collided, and then into turn 8, and then that's my race ended there. I could have been top 5 in that race if it wasn't for that DNF. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where to go from there. I was kind of a bit I don't know, if I'm not sure whether I made the right decision or I made the wrong decision, or should I just backed out. I mean, I had a good exit, so I don't know what to do at that point. I don't know, it's a bit of a weird one, so it was just a warning really, so thank God it wasn't a 5-second penalty, because I would have been annoyed at that. I would have been disappointed with that at my home race, but yeah. Well, I hope I'll try do well in the next home race. I don't know which one, but maybe Season 5 or 6, I'm not sure about that yet, but I'll think about it from there. So as we move on to Sanford, that's where we got things out of hand. I was in the top 3, the safety car came out, I was on the right tyre, I think I was on the hards, I think I was at that point. I think MP6 and the other person haven't started the race because of there was like an issue in the lobby, or the internet connection or EA service and all that. And then when the safety car came out, I was in P3, and then suddenly I had EA service problems, or network, where it's called. And I tried to restart the game, and I tried to get back into the lobby, but I couldn't get back in the lobby. So my race was ended there. So that made it even worse for me. So I had like 3 disappointed races after 3 weeks in a row. DNF'd at Silverstone, a 5-second penalty at France, and a spin at France. And then I got EA problems at Sandford. It would have been another podium, top 3, if it wasn't for that. Kind of annoyed at myself. So lucky there was a week break. So hopefully I'll refresh it for Spa. That is the next race on the Canada. On the next race of the season. So after the week break, we had Spa. Spa was a really good round, because I needed a good round. Sprint race was good. The race was really good. I was on the right strategy. Only 5 seconds after I pitted, the safety car came out. Well, I wish it came a bit earlier. That would have been fantastic, but oh well. I think I was on the right call, actually. I was on the medium tyres. Everyone's on hards. I think one was on softs, but that was a mistake for him. And I managed to get top 3. Well, it could have been P2 if it wasn't for that penalty, but yeah, I'll take P3 at Spa though. That's fantastic. So yeah, Spa was a good round. I'll take it though, all this time. I had a tricky 3 rounds since Baku was a bit an issue for me, so I haven't had a good round since Spain, so I was kind of happy with that. As we move on to Hungary, the strategy was right. The hards were the right decision. That's the first time the hards were the right call. Thank God I stayed on there till lap 20, so that was fantastic. And then I think I was like top 4, top 5 at that stage, and then I managed to get P4 at the end. So I thought I had a chance for a podium, but I'll take P4 at the end of the day. So not too bad though at Hungary. So I'll take it all day. As we move on to, what's the next one? Singapore. Yeah, that one was a bit, wasn't going my way on that day. I was on the wrong strategy. The game crashed before the race starts, so I was a little bit angry about that, because I didn't get a chance to do my strategy, warm my tyres up, sort out how I feel a little bit. And I was, yeah, so kind of annoyed with that. So it wasn't going my way at Singapore. I don't know. I mean, it would have been alright if it wasn't for the game crash. So, another EA problems on that. So it would have been another top 3 if it wasn't for the game crash and or something like that. So, hopefully F123 won't have an issue when it comes out. So hopefully 100% fingers crossed will be good. Then F122 and all that. And then the final race. It's Mexico. That was a few weeks ago. So yeah, Mexico. I didn't do too bad actually. Qualifying went really well. Managed to get P3 in quali, so that was my best quali of the season since Imola. I think it was like full praise. I think it was. And I managed to get 3rd at Mexico. So managed to get a really good lap. Pulled it together. Managed to get top 3 in the quali, and I was on the 2nd row of the grid for the Mexican race. The start was okay. The safety car came at the right time on lap 16 because I was on mediums. I wasn't sure what tyre to go on, so I thought I'd go on mediums, just give it a go, just give it a try. And then it came at the right time for the hards on lap 16, so I can go to the end of the race. And then it was okay till the safety car came out. And then after the safety car, on, I can't remember what lap it was, I think it was lap 28, I think it was, after that. And then the last 10 laps just went strangely, went downhill for me. But I don't know why. I don't know what just happened that day. I don't know why I lost, like, I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it happened. I lost 3 places in the last 10 laps. So I thought I had a chance for a podium, but it turns out it just went downhill for the last 10 laps. I just don't know what happened. I know the strategy was the right call. I know the strategy was fine. Mediums are hards. 1 stop was fine. I had no damage in that race, and and it had a 3-second penalty on top of that for the track limits. I'm surprised some people didn't get track limits issues, so I'm surprised it did really well. So I wasn't expecting. Well, apart from the championship leader, so Nazium Talent, who had a 3-second penalty as well earlier on in the race. So I mean, he had issues as well, but I don't know how those guys didn't get penalties. That makes no sense around with track limits. Well, restricted was on to make it fair, but I don't understand why. I don't know, maybe I was just... I don't know, it's not because I lost it at this point, it's because I just don't know I just don't know what just happened. I just have no answer what just happened. So yeah, so I think I came like P8, MV2, because in the penalties, I had a 3-second penalty on top of that. Would have been P6 overall. It would have been P6 at the end if it wasn't for that. And I would have been top 3. I'm not sure it was the tyre model or tyre strategy issues. Because if I started on hards, what Strocco did, because he managed to get, I think it was like 4th or 3rd, I think it was, in that race. He was started on hards, and then he came in mediums for lap 16. He had to do like 20 laps on mediums. Might just make it to the end though. And then he managed to do alright as well, because he had more grip. So maybe that is where it went wrong for me in the last 10 laps. So maybe it's I think it's what tyre I'm on. I was on the right strategy, but I think the tyre is where it all went downhill for me. So yeah, it could be. I know the game was fine that day. I had no issues with it. So I'm thinking it's the tyre wear or tyre hards and mediums and all that. I think that's where it all went down for me. If I was on hards at the beginning of the race and mediums at the end of the race, I would have been definitely top 3 for sure. If I was on hards and mediums the normal way round. So yeah, so I could have been top 3 at Mexico, another podium like Singapore, Sanford, maybe France if I had a chance, if it wasn't for that penalty, and I would have been alright. So, all that. It's weird because, let me explain about FPL as well, on top of that. I did a few races, no penalties at all, no surprise. It's very weird that I do on F1 22, it feels strange really. Felt good to be back on F1 2020, so best game cooking today. I didn't do round 3 at Vietnam because I'm just not sure about this one. I'm just not keen on it, and also the first 2 circuits the first 2 sectors I meant to say was a bit awful. The first sector is something different. And then the last one, I think it was Monza, if I get that right. Yeah, because we've got Mexico on Wednesday, that's this week. Monza was last week. I would have done Monza last week, but I had other plans on that day, so that's why there was no fin on Wednesday, because of that. So yeah, I didn't do too bad, keep getting the top 10 every time. I thought after Australia was going to be tough, but it turns out some people are not joining that much because of, I don't know, I think they're just waiting for F1 23 or something until it comes out and all that. I mean, I kind of agree on that, but on F1 2020 it's something different, so it's something different, it's better than 22, so I just don't know why people then play 2020 or even other games or something like that, like CcSpeedUk or iRacing or what's the other one? Gran Turismo 7 maybe, or maybe even older F1 games like in the past, something like 2013 maybe, or maybe like I said, 2020 or 2021 maybe. But you could have played on that. Would have been just for fun and all that. That's what it is. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying about. I mean, it's not doing too bad, but I still got Brazil and Mexico to do, the last 2 races on that game. So it used to be 10 rounds, but it changed to 9 rounds because of the games coming out a bit earlier. So that's why I got rid of 1 round at USA. So that's why it's Mexico and Brazil the last 2 races. So Mexico is this week, Brazil is the week after that. The Championship Edition is on Saturday on the day when we do Brazil. So that's the best way to the season finale on 2020 on Brazil. So fantastic though. So yeah, so I'll do the best I can in the last 2 races on that one, and then let's see how it goes from there. I might try to get top 10 again, or maybe top 8 if I'm lucky, or even P6 when I had that Silverstone was fantastic. So, well, yeah, so that was good. So I had decided to do this. Well, the good news about the season finale at Abu Dhabi, where we are right now, is USA and Abu Dhabi were, I think they moved it a week earlier. So that means Abu Dhabi is this week, and USA was a couple of days ago, so that was the last race. I'm not going to tell you, I might tell you, well, not, Abu Dhabi is this week, so the season finale is this week, for season 4 in ANL, so at least I can do season finale though, that's fantastic. Because I wasn't sure what to do on that day, doing my local or karting wise, or doing Abu Dhabi for the season finale to end the season. So the good news, thank God they moved it a week earlier. So thank God they moved it. So that means I could do Abu Dhabi on the 8th and USA on the 1st. Well, we've done USA anyway. So that one was a okay round, or a good round. Top 10, top 5, I think it was. I'm not sure. Or top 3 maybe, if I can't remember. I can't even remember for a couple of days now. I think it was top 3, top 5, or top 10. I think it was around that time. I'm not sure. Around that time. On that one. I think I remember came in that place, but I can't remember where I was. So I haven't checked it properly. So I haven't checked it for 2 days. Because I was busy working and other things to do. So I think I checked it on Sunday. And I realised I came like where I was in USA. So I was kind of okay with that. So yeah, USA was a good round, okay round, so not too bad on that one. So I just need to prepare for my final race for the Abu Dhabi for the season finale in season 4. I'll try to do everything I can at Abu Dhabi. Well, Abu Dhabi's normally I do okay at, so I should be okay to get into the points at Abu Dhabi. So hopefully I get a podium. That would be the best way to end it for me at the end of the season in ANL. So that was my plan we're going to do. I don't know if I am going to do season 5 next season in ANL. I have to wait and see on that. It'll be on F123 of course. But I just don't know if I am doing season 5, but I have to wait and see on that. I'm not sure it'll be 2 divisions, but hopefully there will be 2 divisions once again. So, because F123 is kind of better, so hopefully 2 divisions in F123 would be fantastic. So that'll be good for once. So yeah, so I'll think about it in July and June, and of course August as well. I'm not sure when the seasons began. I think it's around August time. For season 5, maybe it's around August time, I'm not sure yet. I think it's the middle of August where it began, so I'm not sure yet. I mean, I will definitely do season 5, but I'll think about it from there, so I might do season 5. And I'll definitely do season 6 for sure, one day, around, later few months time after season 5. But I'll think about it and then see where we go from there. So yeah. So that is my point of view on the second half of the season, and of course a FPL flashpoint lead as well, the other races as well, not too bad. Last 2 races on there, I'll make sure I get the top 10 on F1 2020, make sure I do okay in the last 2 races, and then also Abu Dhabi as well, make sure I hope I get a good result. Maybe another podium would be fantastic for me. A win would be something different, because I mean, a win would be nice for me. I mean, I haven't won a race yet in ANL, so it would be fantastic to get a win. I have got a few podiums to my name, but I just find it very difficult to win. It's not because of traction and all that kind of stuff. It's just I need to make sure I try my hardest and make sure it's all about getting a good strategy and get the right time, make sure you stay out of trouble, and then that's how you do it, really. If it wasn't for those issues from the season, I would have been top 3, I would have been top 5, top 3 in the standings, or even leading the standings if it wasn't for these issues I had at Sanford, Singapore, Baku from my mistake, France with the harsh penalty, DNF at Silverstone and Singapore, and also the speed limit penalty at Bahrain was a bit harsh, bit a weird one. If it wasn't for those issues, I had, if I add it up together, like extra few points where I should have been top 3 in the standings, maybe leading the championship at this stage, maybe fighting for the correct champion in season 3, Lazy and Talent, and also MP6 is very quick, is one of the quick drivers as well in there. He's I think Split 99 is in there as well, target for the championship as well. But he is charging late in the season, so yeah, fair play to him. Yeah, if it wasn't for those issues I had since Baku, I would have had a chance for the title, maybe in the top. I would have been top 3 maybe if it wasn't for those issues I had. That's what it is, really. So I'm definitely out of the title fight now. So I might try get top 5, or maybe if I had a chance for top 5. I think that's what I'm trying to aim for. I think that's, if I get top 5 at the end of the season, I might be okay with it. And then next season, in season 5, if I am doing it or not, I'll think about it till August, or when that comes up on discard, I'll think about it from there. I mean, it was not too bad, but it could have been, if I didn't make those issues and no issues, I would have been, if I did the right thing, I would have, if I made the right call, I could have done a bit better, but that's what it is, really. So that's what happens, really. Yeah, so that's it from my point of view for the second half of the season, and of course the end of the season as well. We did do USA a few days ago. Abu Dhabi is this week, so one uploading this today. So yeah, USA wasn't too bad. Abu Dhabi is the final of the season, so hopefully I'll get a good result. Hopefully I'll do well in the standings and last race of the season. Yeah, and also I've got 2 races for Mexico and Brazil. I think Mexico is tomorrow, and then Brazil is next week, so hope I'll get into the points in the last 2 races. That would be fantastic in F1 2020 and F1 22. I might not do more F1 22 after Abu Dhabi, because that would be the last time I'll be on this game, because the game's having problems since day 1. So I think that's the last time I'll be doing Abu Dhabi in the season. Well, that'd be the last time I'm playing that game on that day, on the Thursday. And then about a week's time, the game will come out, and Tuesday the editions will come out. So at least I've got a week break and a couple days break. That'll be fantastic. I'll just go on 2020 and do Brazil, and then do it from there. So yeah, so that's one of my point of view on the season in ANL, and of course MP6 as not MP6, Flashpoint League as well, in the other one for F1 2020 edition on that. In 2020 I meant to say. Yeah, so I'll just do the best I can on that. This one I'll make sure I'll end this season on the high. And then it'll be the last time I'll be on this game, F1 22, doing open lobbies in the background. Not a bad one, but I'll take it. I've got another one coming, that'll be the final few races on F1 22. That'll be next Monday, after USA. Or, no, after Abu Dhabi I meant to say. My apologies. And then, like that. Go from there. So yeah, so that's from me today. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new for more F1 22 or F1 23 just around the corner. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the videos if you enjoy it than I do. I'll appreciate it a lot. So yeah, so I hope you guys have a nice weekend. Enjoy your day, enjoy your week, And have a nice day from me today. So have a nice weekend, enjoy your day, and see you later.